Hello everybody and welcome back to the Imperial Britain campaign. I am Count Christo. In the last episode, the Imperial conference went phenomenally well. You may not soon raise your autonomy because you're tanking. Hungary has joined the Axis, the Munich Agreement has been signed, Germany has seized the outlying industrial region. The question of Yugoslavia, we will of course send a special representative. So we got the conference, which means all our colonies are rapidly barreling towards lower and lower autonomy, which is excellent. We are also now importing substantially more oil from these guys. We should probably stop that just until we actually have enough convoys to sustain it. Oh, it says it would only take 9. I have 9. But it says 22 there. Okay. Improved infantry equipment. Well, I would very much like to spend it on industry, so I'll wait for this industrial focus to finish, and then we shall do that. We must make sure France doesn't take over the Allies. That would be a bit embarrassing. We should also probably start working on exerting pressure on these guys. They still haven't formed a new government, my lord. Interesting. Maybe they never do that if they're planning on fleeing to Java. It's possible. It's very possible. We can lower the autonomy of our subjects. Nice! India can go down to being a colony once more. Marvelous news. Which means we can once again build in India. Which we might do. Especially in these oil producing areas. Because it will lower their autonomy. So I think once we finish building these civilian factories... Well, no. The right way to do it is not to do that. It's to build dockyards. And then we'll use the dockyards to produce convoys. And then we'll use the convoys to buy down their autonomy. That seems good. That seems better to me. There's industrial effort. Superb. Grab that research slot, I think. Yes, please. And with these research slots, we will wait a little bit, and then we will grab a couple of these techs well ahead of time, which is going to be freaking-tastic. Going to be great for our economy. Okay, in terms of men, we should be deploying right now. We could just keep sending all our equipment overseas, but then the French might take control of the faction. But as long as we stay ahead on them on factories, we'd be fine. What we could do with is... How many guys have we got defending the homeland right now? 15? Give me another... just give me another kind of... 7. 10. 9. Yeah, 9 more divisions, which will bring us up to 1 full army defending the homeland. And then the rest of the infantry equipment I'm going to send overseas. That's my intention. We need another 3,000 infantry equipment. And then we're going to start shipping it abroad. Because we'll get it back. You know, we annex their armies. And I'm pretty sure we get their stockpiles too. So, yeah, that'll be good. Oh, God, I let these go over time. Whoops. We'll take construction and concentrated first. Because, of course, we will. And we'll go straight into... Let's not do production efficiency ahead of time. We can do it with the delay research slot in a bit. That's fine. If you guys were to do a little more exercising, that would be grand. Because the other thing, of course, we're going to do in 39 is we're going to do some wonderful... we're not going to get any political power to do anything other than annex subjects for a bit, by the way. The Canadian Confederation, as they are now known. New decision? Right, more nation building. But we don't want to do nation building. Nation building is moving them up towards independence. We want to do precisely the opposite. Do you have to be at peace to do these focuses? Like, if you get annexed, that's my focus tree. If you get annexed, can you still do these? Can you still do that? If you're at war with Germany? I think they can. Cool. You guys can stop exercising again. What was I saying? I've completely forgotten. Why are the French basing people out of my land? Strange. Hopefully the French will fight long and fight hard against Germany, but it's unlikely because they're super buffed, so they're likely to get rolled over. The harder they fight, the more legitimate their exiled government will be, which would be superb. Yeah. Okay, these dockyard productions underway. Sussex. We'll start building some there as well. I'm looking forward to having loads of huge dockyards. Honestly, like, military factories-wise, we're going to get a bunch more. We're going to get, 8 there, 5 there, 11 there, 5 there, 3 there, and 1 there. It's pretty great. And that might be enough, honestly. Because I'm going to play a naval game for a while. If our navy is strong enough, you know, we can prevent them from making any headway in Africa. We can prevent them ever getting to us here. We can prevent them from getting to Norway. It's not for quite a while that we'll actually face the need to deploy our land forces. There's the extra research slot. Do I grab the extra? If it's 6 military factories, it's pretty great. I think I grab rearmament, followed by steady as she goes. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Rearmament's going to be great because we need these dockyards. As a matter of absolute national importance, I need more dockyards. We can demote someone again, and so I shall. South Africa is once again a colony. Good. So how long is it going to take to get these guys all the way down? Well, if it was just based on the ticking, it's 3 a day, right? And the furthest one away is 1,900 points. Let me grab my calculator here. It was 1,972 divided by 3 is 2 years. So it would be 2 years. We'd get them in 1940 if we didn't intervene. But baby, we're going to intervene. Give me that, please. And it's time to start doing some more naval tech, I think. Oh, no, sorry, these are 1940 hulls. Right. Well, in that case, maybe I'll do some of these gun researches. Well, actually, I'd like to grab a naval researcher. Let's get some more excavation going. And some more fuel use. Or perhaps it's time for some naval research. Some battleship organization would be nice. Or actually, yeah. Escort efficiency is going to be so important. Let's grab that. 3 civs. Fabulous. Give me those dockyards for absolute days, please. And then more here. And we're going to pump them into just sending an ungodly number of convoys abroad. Still lend-leasing to these guys. What haven't we delivered yet? Still just sending another... We haven't sent any of the rifles yet? What? Why not? Do you have convoys spare? Good lord. We're going to get so many convoys from these guys. Oh, of course, that's the ones I sent them. New tech. Just make sure France doesn't ever get enough to assume leadership, because then he'd cause real problems. Fire control systems seem good. These guys are moving towards deployment, although we are short on manpower. We could, and of course, once we start getting them down to puppets, is that when we start stealing some of their economies? No, it's only when we actually get them down to integrated, unfortunately. But still, it's going to be good. It's going to be grand. We could, so it looks like India, is India going to be the last one finished? Maybe not. So maybe we should stop lend-leasing them. Why did I only get -5 from this? Oh, I think that's because we did some of it before they demoted. They demand Memel. Now they're going for Czechoslovakia. Yep, that's the way it goes. More Dutch trade time. He's doing Germany as the greater threat. He's still not done his freaking new government. You need to do this, my man. I need to gain stuff off you. No nation building for you guys. No nation building for any of you. But I'm hopeful that the Gateway to Europe thing... I mean, surely this will stop existing when the Netherlands gets annexed. Right? Right? You really would have thought so. So maybe we shouldn't be worrying about that so much. So you guys just garrison some of these vital southern ports so they don't fall to the darn German invader.
Ready.
And you guys are the main actual force. Good. Could do with... I mean, there's so many things I could do with. Fine. Ordnance factories is 6 factories. It's so many. Oh, can't deploy this guy because of manpower reserve problems. So I should definitely stop training more men until we have a manpower situation handled. We could be adding radar onto some of our ships, and I suppose onto the scouts. It's kind of a no-brainer. So I will throw that in here. Gives them very nice surface detection. We will have to take off and also give them better sonar. And I think I have better depth charges for them too. Alright, you are the scout. You're the 36 Scout caps lock Scout MK2. Save it up. Good. Just one more of those old ones, please, and then we'll be rocking this slot. We are going to run one kind of. We're not going to build Scout. I should build Scout cruisers, shouldn't I? Or maybe I should just put. Yeah, let's do it that way. These guys, rather than build a whole other version of them for scouting, I'm just going to put some decent scouting equipment on them. Like that. So this is the 36 line MK3. Good. We really should have decommissioned that already. And that, and that, and that. Anything else? I think that's all of them. Nope. And that, and that. Good. MK9 Mark III. Give me some of those. Once that first one's finished. Actually, it might be the second one we built. Not sure. Alright, Germany moving towards war, which concerns me, as I think it should. Limited conscription could be next. Or does going down this tree give us limited conscription? Doesn't look like it. No. I should maybe be rushing towards maintain imperial integrity. But these factories just... They lure me. In fact, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to cancel that focus. Save those 10 days progress. We're going to start steady as she goes. We're going to grab maintaining imperial integrity as soon as possible. France is already in the Allies. They won't leave. And yes, we do need that limited conscription. There's an improved fire control system. Excellent. More radar. Better radar seems smart. And since we haven't started producing those MK lines Mark II yet, I will just rapidly throw on that better fire control system. Gives us a nice boost to attack. Oh, I didn't name it. You are the 36 line MK3. Update that. Grand. I'm not going to build any more of these 36 line ones. Just scrap that. That's fine. Good. And the minor can start going to the minor fleet. Good. Okay, lots of convoys coming up now. I will keep one just constantly on land doctrine now. Who should we be sending our convoys to? Looks like maybe South Africa is going to be the one that's going to lag behind. So let's have a go at that, shall we? Hey, South Africa. And from now on, we're just going to do 100% production rather than anything else. It's only going to give 0.1 per month. Really? 0.6? That's not very good. Alright, forget that then. We'll just wait for them. Well, they'll do it, you know, as they do it. We want 3 on convoy production, 2 on convoy production. Let's kick it into gear in terms of screen production. We need these. And some more scout destroyers would be lovely. And the line ships would be good. 1 on convoys, actually, because we're going to get 800 when we integrate India. Yeah, that looks good. You scout goes to the home fleet. Free factories. We could maybe build more civs. It seems crazy, I know. And maybe it is, but we're going to get a lot of mills from our allies. I think actually more dockyards are what I'm going to build. Crazy as that might seem, because it's, you know, we have a lot of them already. But I just love the navy now, so we're going to build a lot of dockyards, so we can have a huge navy with which to have some good times. It's the Albanian occupation coming up. Steady as she goes finished. Global defense time. We are still low on manpower, but I could perhaps afford a few more of those 20 widths, which should be renamed. Just make sure we never have 0 manpower, and then I'm happy. Just so that there's no chance of sea lion. Of course, we should be able to prevent sea lion just with... there goes the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. We do not have long. Like, 1 more focus until he's like ready to declare. Of course, Japan is not going to declare war on us for quite a while. And in fact, Japan may never declare war on us because they might just go against the US. Ah, I hadn't thought of that. Interesting. So we might not have to face Japan for a while, which means we can focus our navy on crushing the Germans. And more importantly, really, on defeating the Italians. Okay, I could do with some more factories on... We don't need these tack bombers anymore, do we? Actually, a couple of tack bombers would be useful for long-range operations against... whatchamacallums? What is the word I'm looking for? We are low on steel now. I will import some from someone I know is far down on the list in terms of integration. Malaya. Or maybe Australia would be okay? Australia is well more integrated than South Africa, so yeah, sure, that's fine. And then Malaya, it's completely safe to import from. Good. 3 dockyards. Superb. Give me more screens. Screens are king. That's what I am realizing. We also want a couple more miners and things. Good. Okay. Everything calming down a little bit. Now we're out of that maths hell in terms of actually getting everyone integrated. But still good, still good. Are you going to freaking form a new government? Yes! Alright, time to start demanding reduced Dutch trade, hopefully so we can get them to go directly through, form a new government, gateway, and then cave to British immediately. That would be excellent. I really don't want them to go trade neutrality. That would be annoying. More decryption? Sorry, more encryption. Seems smart to me. We are a mere 100 days or so off war now, which is it's pretty intense. German Reich dominates trade negotiations. Mexican oil nationalized. Excuse me, Mexico, how dare you? We will embargo them until they come to their senses. Force must be... We're not going to go to war with them over this. It costs stability and war support. It's not worth it. We will, of course, embargo them. They've gone fascist, which means they're now going towards German resource exchange. It's going to help them with armor technology. Gives the German Reich rights to the resources in one of their provinces. And they then may well try and join the Axis, which means we might have to deploy an armed force over here to prevent problems with them. Yeah, that's interesting. I think we want some more building slots up here in... Excuse me? For some reason, it just sometimes takes a month before it notices that I should be able to build here. Yep, there we go. There's 8 slots here as well. Let's do that. And could do some building in South Africa. Got any big slots available? No building slots available, pretty much. Where else could we do with some building? Well, I mean, yeah, here to get the oil. Sure, that seems good. Where have you got some slots? It's got quite a few slots here, plus some steel. But I feel like when we integrate them all, we're going to have plenty of steel. Not many slots available over here. I mean, there's 6 in one of those, which is not bad. Yeah, it's fine. Fine for now as building queue. You guys, once again, stop exercising. Just really hope the Netherlands plows down towards caving to us, because I could really use the political power back. We're no longer getting benefits from these those bonuses, unfortunately. We're still getting that sieve factory and mill factory and dockyard construction speed, just for a little bit longer, which is nice. France is yeah, falling behind in terms of factory counts to assume control. That's good. Some more scout destroyers would be nice. Yeah, there goes the economy agreements. And I think another line of these, because I want to use them to scout around the world, and so that seems good. Important decision available, apparently. Ah, yes, I would like to try and do some more of this. Oh, we can get some oil fields. Yeah, do it. Nothing else. Good. And yeah, tell me when those become available. There's global defense. Okay. Well, here we go. Motion of no confidence. We should do war to end all wars. Get rid of that first. I would like some 40 wits now, please. So let's start them training. Not nearly enough equipment for them, but we are working on that. We could maybe build some more mills. It would be, you know, the obviously sensible thing to do. There goes Italy joining the Axis. Danzig or war? Germany is placing an ultimatum on the table. An ultimatum that we can't help but pick up. Let's, we'll base ourselves out of Northern England. And we will prepare. I think what we're going to want to do is split into 2 main strike forces. One operating in the Med, one operating in the North Sea. Hopefully, the Germans will put their fleets to sea and allow us to do some serious damage to them. But what we're going to do first is split off the force that's going to deal with the North Sea. We will use the Hood in the North Sea because I think it's at lower risk. Some general battle cruisers, a couple of battleships. We don't really want many cruisers here. We are going to want some serious cover, including a bunch of these early cruisers. Not the really good ones, because they're going to go to the Med. And then a lot of destroyers. One thing that I really hope they add, I'd love to be able to see ahead of time what's the screening on this task force. Is it good? Is it terrible? Because I don't think there's any way for me to know right now. Right, so this is going to be... this is the North Sea plus Atlantic. In fact, I will do some... Well, we'll finish organizing the North Sea, that's fine. And then we're going to need a scout force, which I think will be made up of these new high-quality destroyers. Great. Yeah. So you guys, some screens, some scout. Well, actually, let's get all the destroyers. Oops. Into one fleet. And take a look at them. I want all the screens, obviously, to be screening. Well, actually, the way to do that would just be to remove the scouts, wouldn't it? Because we want the scouts to be, you know, involved in their titular duty and actually be scouting. Got quite a lot of these guys produced. That's great. Great news. Okay, I could maybe have... yeah, I should probably have organized maybe a bit better ahead of time. If we had them all being pumped out into one specific place when they were produced, that'd be better. Okay, so we have 27 designated scout destroyers. For now, I think what we will do is have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. We're going to go with a 10-1. Whoops. We're going to go with a 10-1 arrangement in terms of scouting again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which the commenter tells me is actually like an official scouting task group, apparently. So I like that. This is a 10-1 scout group. So they want 10 destroyers of the scout class and 1 heavy cruiser of a line class, like so. Save the name, save the group, save the girl, save the world. Okay, you guys can go like that. Now you guys are the bulk of my North Sea force. You lot, there's no way these guys are screened enough. Like, no way. So, well, first off, let's find you somewhere to be based out of. Tunisia seems good, but I'd rather they were out of the range of enemy planes. So let's move them down to Alexandria. We could also really do with some troops on this border. So they're going to move down there, and then we'll split them into a smaller task force. Now, the remaining destroyers, we're probably going to... we're going to want to reserve, first off. But we definitely want the screens in play right from the beginning. So let's make sure we have them all there. And it looks like I missed a couple of scouts there as well. We'll grab them in a second. In fact, I'll grab them now and then grab them out of the new group, because that'll take less time. Okie dokie. That's everyone. Good. New task force. And of you, the scouts can hop out. So we'll want the scouts probably operating in a separate fleet, I imagine. We'll have a scouting fleet. That'll be good. You guys are screens. You guys are scouts. You guys are scouts. So I think what we'll do to start with is 2 10-1 scouts and then a scout reserve. That seems good. So we can replenish the men as needed. You are the scout reserve. Good. Reserves are white. And you guys go white. Why are miners sitting in a reserve here? You should be in the mining fleet, which has a name. So why aren't you heading there? Miners should be going to, yeah, Miner 1. Huh. Wonder how that happened. It must have been arranged before I got there, I guess. The scouts. So we have one scout group for the north, one for the south. Now, you guys are screens. You can support the northern task force. You can get the good screens. Okay. This, I think, should have enough screening. You guys are going to be... Oh, colored buttons affects these now. Cool, I don't think I always did that. You guys are going to be strike forcing in this region. Good. And then you're going to be backed up by one... we'll just move these guys into reserve for now. And you're a main strike force, which means you get the main strike force icon, and we'll name you that. Sorry, you are the... you're the North Strike Force. Good. And of course, you're going to need a general. Someone good. Ironside experience would be good. Bold. Really, I want my second best. Blockade runner. Naval lineage. Air control effector. Yeah, you'll do. Bruce. That's my icon on the forums. Cool. You are the secondary strike force. Or as you'll be known, the South Strike Force. Okay. You guys need your own fleet. And each of you get one spotting army, which should use fleet color. All of you should use fleet color. We'll go with red in the north, blue in the south. No, red is subs. We'll go with blue in the north. And in the south, yellow. Good. South Strike Force is substantially larger because it's going to be facing off against the Italian Navy, which, as you can see, is pretty scary right now. You guys can all base out of here. You guys can all base out of here. Okay, and you have the Scout Reserve, and you have all these destroyers. Now, in terms of all these destroyers, what do we do with them? First off, oh, there's the Acasta. She has a storied history. Let's get all the ones that aren't damaged, a bunch of these ones, and we want to make a reserve, I think. Good. Like that many. Can just hang about in reserve. The rest of them, I'm going to split in half. And half of them are going to go to each force. Just so that they have a bunch of destroyers providing extra screening. That seems good to me. Okay. These coastal defenses, I think, now are sufficient. So these new guys we've got coming out, we'll probably use on the African front. God, we don't have nearly enough equipment for this. Let's make it more realistic. There we go. Yeah, we're going to have a problem if Mexico joins the Axis against us. They are doing so. I really would like to knock them out early. They have 50 divisions. Good lord. They're going to be tough. An atheist state. More factory output, but stamped down on stability. Interesting. But they also have some private armies and right-wing paramilitaries. Interesting. You guys should stop exercising, by the way. Fleets are moving to their locations. Very slowly, probably, because they have run out of fuel. I should probably be importing maybe more fuel from the Raj. The Raj is still being integrated much faster than South Africa. I guess South Africa just had some events which gave them some autonomy, which is unfortunate. But hey-ho, just the way it goes. Let's import some more oil from the Raj. We're low on steel. Australia can hit me up with a bit more. That's fantastic. Okay. Yeah, northern... This area is going to... It might well fall, but we really don't want it to, because it's a lot of important naval bases. So, waiting on these guys being deployed. You guys are not going to be deployed in time, are you? No, so we are going to have to rush deploy these guys. Some free naval dockyards. A little low on convoys for starting a war right now. Give me one factory to the Raj. Yeah. Now, those reserve destroyers. Where'd they go? Did I merge them all in? I probably did, like a dummy. Well, give me a bunch of those destroyers. Because we will need a bunch of anti-sub ships. Need a new navy for them. You guys can split in half. And we'll put them down to 10s. And these guys actually should really be 10-1s. But they are anti-sub. So we're going to be deploying them rather differently. You guys can be 10-1 scouts. Good. Okay, you guys are responsible for scouting. Excuse me. Scouting. Scouting. And scouting. Good. And I will actually deploy... Yeah, you guys should all be deploying to the scout reserve now. Perfect. Even these guys? Even the line, ship of the line ones? No, we'll send them here and then decide where they're best placed. Okay, you guys need to defend my convoys. And one of the ways we're going to do that is by not sending any convoys. If I just ban the English Channel, we can still handle it. I mean, it's going to cost a lot more convoys to do it this way, but I think that's probably a good idea. If we ban the North Sea and the English Channel, send all our convoys out straight east, and we really try and force them away. It's going to cost another 30 convoys to pull this off. I think we can handle it. We can lower the autonomy of New Zealand. Superb. Got them down to puppet. That's excellent. And yeah, so the convoy situation is causing problems here. We could temporarily cease oil imports to try and help with that. Seems intelligent. Good. Next tech, better escort efficiency. I'm scared about these potential problems here. You have twice as many convoy destroyers as you should have. Why is this? I don't really understand why that happened. And you guys have more destroyers than you should have as well. Ah, because they're filling up on spotting destroyers. Whereas previously they had non-spot destroyers, probably. Understood. Cool. Oh, and you've just... What? Just kicked out all your non-spotting destroyers, I guess. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll have 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll have 2 forces here which don't have special orders. And you guys can be based out of this side. So yeah, you two are not going to get... you two once there are, in fact, 2 of you. So I'm coming up from down here. How long have I got? Another 45 days. We need to hurry it up here. Let's rush deploy these guys. They're going to go under him. You guys... Excuse me. All of you should go under... him. You two should not. Actually, let's rely on the strength of our navy. Let's reduce our convoy, our port defense here. We need men here, ready to try and take Italian Africa as soon as possible. Good. We're also going to need these guys rush deployed as well, I think. And we'll send them to the same. I'm very concerned about these Italian divisions. We will see how we fare against them. Definitely need better infantry equipment. Oof. Oof. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. The miners. I think we will mine defensively in the English Channel and North Sea. It seems intelligent to me. We should also ban here just to be safe, just so we don't accidentally stray up there. Good. In fact, actually, what we'll do is we'll set these to avoid. Most of the convoys, one of them is deciding they should now still be going through there. It's unhelpful. I guess we will keep it banned. Good. Okay, is 12 divisions really going to be enough for North Africa? We will find out, I suppose. In terms of Air Force, we will want to pre-deploy some men here. We can fit a lot of planes in this airbase, which is good. We're not going to be launching... Wait, are you still producing interwar fighters? I thought I was producing Hurricanes. Yeah, I am. Oh, I never reorganized the Air Force. Right. Let's do that now. We'll really quick reorganize the Air Force, and then I should really end the episode. I just don't want to end the episode because this is the last one I'm doing today. So I'm having a great time. So you guys split in half. You're also spotting force. Okay. You guys and you two should which you should merge up. But yeah, it's going to remove the non-scout ones. Mexican junta joins the Axis. So I think what we're going to do against the Mexican junta is give ground. They're going to take the British Honduras.
Ready.
We'll stabilize the African situation, and then we'll come back and deal with them. These guys can head over here. Yeah, that seems okay. I'm not happy about it, but
Ready.
I don't really see another option. I don't have the men to deploy against them right now. So that's going to be a problem. They're doing intervention in Europe. Ooh. Interesting. Where's that? Oh, it just gives them the war plans. That's right. Well, hopefully they'll do destroyers for bases even though they're going fascist. That would be handy. Okay. More free dockyards. Honestly, I think convoys are what I need right now. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to annex everyone before the war, but obviously that's not going to happen. We should guarantee Poland, by the way. Oh, actually, we can probably invite them. Oh, France has already done it for us. Handy. Okay. So Air Force, my men. Let's get you organized. There we go. We do need some... We probably don't need any over England yet. Blighty will last. Some close air support here would be appreciated. For sure. TAC bombers with their great range. I would love operating here. And we'll try and hit any enemy ships that we see over the North Sea. Naval bombers. We have very, very few of. Though actually these might just not all be deployed. Oh god, did I not garrison Crete? I didn't garrison Crete. That's a brutal mistake. We need absolutely need to garrison Crete. Where are my forces moving down there? What the heck?
Ready to move.
Where are you? Ah, they're doing that avoid thing I told them to. Yeah, fair enough. They'll be there in time. I have every faith. One of you, a good guy, seems appropriate. Needs to hold Crete. And also, oh god, Malta. And the freaking... Oh, good lord. Gibraltar, of course, needs holding as well. But I'm hopeful we'll be able to have naval superiority. Okay, so a few more Air Force organizational matters. You should have 100 men. And we will put some in each of these air bases just to provide a bit of backup. Maybe here as well. Then the rest will fly over Egypt to make sure the Italians don't break through our lines straight away. And we'll be attacking the Italian fleet in the Central Med. That seems smart to me. Okay, good. You guys, you know what? Yeah, no, permit this route. I need you guys to get in there fast. So we're going to have problems otherwise. What next research-wise? Field hospitals and actually putting field hospitals in my 40s wouldn't go amiss. So let's do that. You can be rushed out, so let's do that as well. And you can start heading towards the African front. I don't know how... Oh, that's the other thing I should definitely do, and should have done, in fact, a while ago. We're going to need to request all the forces off all of our puppets. Which is unfortunate, because it means they're going to start making some contributions. But we'll do that in the next episode. Fine. I'll stop playing. I don't want to, though, because it's such fun. All right. Thank you very, very much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode. In the next one, Germany's going to start World War II, and things are going to get pretty spicy pretty fast. See you then. Bye-bye.